3, 2, 1. Are you receiving me? Hi guys, it's Sav in Paris, and it's the day 2 feedback. And I'm looking like this today. It's a little bit later than yesterday, so it's a bit darker, different lighting. And boy, have we got a lot of amazing photographs. Today was the day 2. This is day 3 now officially, but I'm looking at day 2's photographs, and it was colour. Specifically, 2 colours together that look really amazing. And wow, you've done it again. You have given me a whole load of incredible photographs. So without further ado, well, actually with a slight bit of further ado, I'm just going to very quickly honour the people who won yesterday. Well, one, you know, I would like to have chosen lots of them. This was from Angela, a wonderful photograph, so atmospheric. This was Chrissy's underchair, which was amazing. This was, oh God, of course I can't remember now, can I? New girl, what's her name? Casey, I think this is, no, Fatou, maybe from France or somewhere. Maybe we can meet up, take photographs together. And that was just amazing. And this one as well from, this was Casey, I think. Casey's wonderful treatment of a tree. And I couldn't stop at just 3. It was impossible. This is Thomas. I really almost chose your flowers, Thomas, but I went with this one. And finally, Jean's. I think it was Jean's amazing under bridge. So I just wanted to honour those, and there'll be 6 more. At the end of this, I will honour 6 more people who I think contributed something absolutely fantastic. Feel free to say hello in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. If you have any questions, please let me have them. Otherwise, let's get on with the show, shall we? I got Thomas is saying, hi everyone. Yaruska saying, bonjour ça. Bonjour Yaruska from Peru. And Alice is saying Jean. Billie Jean. Hi Alice, nice to have you there with me. Beatrice, hi Bea. Yaruska, congratulations. Okay, all right, I'm just going to move on to today's fun. And you know, we're up to over 200 comments again, absolutely fantastic. So what I've done is I've opened everything, and I hope that's okay with you. I've tried to make it a bit more fluid, so I've already chosen the 6 that I'm going to feature as the kind of winners today, and so I won't be fumbling around looking at those, and I'm just going to storm through all of these and see how many I can. Yeah, I can't talk about them all. There's hundreds. You guys are amazing. I'm just going to really throw comments at you. You're probably wishing now I would just shut up and get on with it. I might not. Casey's saying hello and awesome, or awesome and hello. Kirsten saying hi, Kirsten. All right, so here we go. You know, it's kind of random, off-the-cuff comments. You know me. So this is Rob. Rob isn't going to win because he didn't. It's an amazing photograph. I love it. He said, obviously, the colours he was thinking of were orange and yellow. And I said, well, the first colour I saw was green. Really weird, huh? I love it. Mind-boggling. And he went off on a little sort of discourse on his own about, isn't it funny that oranges are orange, or is it anyway. And he's not going to win because I said you don't follow the rules. You know, 3 strokes and you're out. 3 strikes and you're out. I said colours which are not next to each other on the colour wheel. Here's my lovely colour wheel. And orange and yellow are of course next to each other on the colour wheel, as are yellow and green. Although later on we will see some yellow and greens, and they absolutely don't look like they're next to each other on the colour wheel. Love it, Rob. Very good. I love the small and the big. You know, photography is all about contrast. So, you know, you've got small circles and you've got big circles. So, love it. Okay. You see, I'm already taking far too long. Yeah, you see, here's Rob again with an amazing colour combination. It really is great. What he's done is he's got the beer can with green and blue, and the background is green and blue. Wonderful. Green and blue are next to each other on the colour thing, aren't they? So, you know, smack bottom, didn't read the instructions. Jackie with her tractors. Poor tractor's got a punctured tyre. Never seen a tractor with a punctured tyre before. Makes sense though, the sort of, terrain they go over. Red and blue. A lot of red and blues actually in this show. Did I click that? Yeah. Okay. Love these tractors. Now, this is one, you've got a row of tractors, which is good because the repetition of the theme. There's red and blue, and she's got really close to one of them, which is great because often people take photographs from too far away. So she's got nice and close, and she's got them going into the distance. She's got a whole bunch of houses which are quite sharp. The question is, could the photograph have been stronger? And it could have been stronger if she'd actually got even closer to that nearest tractor and filled the left-hand side of the frame with the blue and the red. Because the houses are houses, but they're not really the subject. So I might have got even closer to that big red-wheeled tractor. But still having the others in the distance, if possible. So we're talking extreme angles. And yeah, really doing well, Jackie, finding all these red and blues together. And she made me get a bit nostalgic with her red letterbox. Pillarbox? Postbox? Letterbox? Oh, yeah, reminds me of when I lived up in Bradford. Well, we have those in the south as well. Beatrice, really getting into it there. Love it. Blue and red again. Well, sort of pinky red, isn't it? Blue and pink actually go well together. Strange sort of hue to this. It seems like there's an overtone of something. Don't know if you've done something fancy to the photograph. I love the fact I think you've got really close to that big pinky thing, which is what most people don't do. They're too far away. And then it becomes a snap. Professional technique, getting close. And, just wandering around, finding colours. And I must admit that this one here was almost one of today's winners. Because it's so cool. It's, nice angle, red and blue, but the top half, it isn't like the background that is blue, it's the graffiti. Whereas in the foreground, it's the whole background that is blue, so that is red. Whereas the white from the top seems to have leaked down onto the red. So, I love it. That was almost today's winner. I'm not sure why it wasn't one of the winners. Well, for one thing, I just can't choose them all. I tried to limit it. I limited it to 6, which isn't really a very small limit. But also, I have to say, she didn't put the colours together. And this goes for all of you. She saw them, but she hadn't found two things and then tried her best to move around, look up, look down, to get two things together. They were already there. So that's one of the reasons I was forced not to choose this. Although it would have been a fantastic winner. And great, look at that, blue and yellow. Okay, this is Jean finding bits of blue in the green. I don't know how much this was set up or not, but it's absolutely a little bit of blue peeping through the green, which is exactly what we're looking for. Two colours. One, the smaller one, if it's stronger, it's better when it's smaller, because our eyes, we see a whole bunch of green and then boom, another colour. We go straight to that other colour. So if you make the two colours too similar, too big, it's not a strong a photograph. Having said that, blue and green are next to each other on the spectrum. Oh, this is lovely, isn't it? I love this. By the way, do leave me comments because that'll make it more interesting, not just me blabbing on. I love this. An egg in a tree, and I'm wondering, if that's the size of the egg, I'm kind of scared when the mummy bird comes along. I mean, blue and green are beautiful together, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I asked for colours that were not together on the spectrum, but obviously it doesn't matter. And Dorothy said, I know, no flowers. Did I really say no flowers? I think to be honest, I get a bit sick of flower photographs, even though I take them myself sometimes. I'm kind of looking for something just a little bit different. Having said that, she's found flowers in 3 different places. On a cup, real flowers, and someone said, love the red toenails. Did you paint your toenails especially to go with the colour of the flowers, Dorothy? I don't know, but Knowing women. She might have done. I didn't say that. And then there's some sort of carpet with flowers on. 𝗣𝗛𝗢𝗧𝗢, I think there's a slight issue on how to publish comments with photographs. Basically, every time you publish a comment or a photograph in a comment, there's a little reply button underneath it. And if you click on that, the comment should stick to the photograph that it goes with, or vice versa. 𝗣𝗛𝗢𝗧𝗢, someone didn't tidy up, time for shooting. I love these colours. And this one is particularly intriguing. I'll go with this one because it's only got 2 colours, where the one above it had 3. I was trying to work out what's going on. What is this crazy stuff? I don't think it's ice, is it? Is it cheese? You know, that almost looks like cheese or something. But this looks like ice or... And you've got these reflections. Is it a reflection, or are we looking through this thing to a distortion of what's behind it? I honestly don't know, which is what makes it even more intriguing. Love it. Gorgeous colours, green and red. Perfect. And you see she's got 2 types of green and red as well. On the left it's the back panel. I don't know if the thing behind it is making the 2 things on the right green and red too, or if she's found 2 separate things which are green and red. And she's also split it nicely with 1/3 of the green and red on the right, on the left, and 2/3 on the right, with 2 very different textures. Beautiful photograph. Maria Antonietta looking around her garden again. Okay, I've got comments like beautiful. Now, if you say beautiful, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. So if you can, try to say what you're thinking is beautiful. Otherwise, I won't remember what I was talking about. What else have we got here? Alice is saying, hi, my friends. Jean is saying, hi, everyone. And Casey's saying, I think crystals. Honestly, I don't know, Casey. Don't know what they are. Okay, playing with colours in the garden. She's got green and red, she's got yellow and green, and she's got purple and green. So absolutely following the instructions of having 2 main colours. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗢, finding fun colours around. This was almost a winner from Kirsten. Kirsten is a superb artist we have in our group, and lovely blue and yellow, so beautiful together. And this is one of her paintings. Now, she could have just taken a picture of the entire painting, or you know, published the painting, but she decided to take a small part of the painting. I don't think this is the whole painting, just to highlight the blue and the yellow, and of course the eye. And it's just gorgeous to, you know, to zoom in on those colours, to see the brush strokes. I always love that. Having said that, she didn't win because it is not, well, it's a painting, and paintings are great, but in photography, I'm kind of looking for you as the photographer, finding 2 things with 2 different colours and putting them together in your photograph, as opposed to just taking a picture of another picture. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't make this a winner. Yeah, you know, superb artist. Do look through her pictures. They're just so wonderful. Look at this. I love the texture. I love it when you can see the brushstrokes. And Kirsten paints on top of other things like pieces of old newspaper, book pages. The colours are just gorgeous. I could drown in. Look at those, the sort of turquoisey and the orangey, yellowy red. I could drown in those colours. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep it going. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗢. This is great because it's fun, and she has... I'm wondering if I should get rid of that banner thing there. Get in the way of certain... right, what am I doing? No, that's not how to do it. This is how to do it. I love it because it's fun. She's made the ball huge, and it's got a little border at the bottom of green. But not only that, she's repeated the green and red theme. In the distance, you've got a red flower, which is pretty much the same shape as the ball. And below it, you've got another green border. So you've got basically a repetition of red and green, and it's perfect. Previous masterclass student, need I say more? You've got some stuff in the background, which is like, you know, I don't know, a street or houses or something, but she has thrown it out of focus. Otherwise that could be distracting. We're starting to, you know, get a little bit fussier with the what I'm looking for. Green and purple goes very nicely together. They're not together. No, green, blue, purple. I love green and purple, and, you know, sort of pointless bit of information. I convinced my parents to paint the walls of my bedroom green and purple when I was a kid. So there you go. That was one of my phases. I had another phase as well, which I might tell you later. Thomas really got into, I think he was getting frustrated because he had a long comment that he wrote disappeared. It got disappeared by Facebook. So then he said, right, darn it, now I'm going to try and write a very, very quick one. And there you can see his very, very quick comment on the right. As you can see, he really, really tried hard to be concise there. And he was talking about this. And yes, there are so many beautiful tones there. Could you say there are two colours? Well, there's a kind of browny tone on this drain pipe on the left and a kind of bluey tone, bluey grey, on the right. So yeah, there's two contrasting colours, and yet there's a lot of tones which are very similar, which is beautiful. And it's also a very nice abstract composition with lines with the slight diagonals thrown in there. And he was going for, just went for a walk and saw what he could find. Sort of yellow and greeny there. More yellow and a dash of green, yellow and blue on this one. Thomas has found his look, or his look has found him. Very distinctive look to his photographs. Don't know what that is. Okay, let's keep chugging through. 𝗪𝗔𝗬 again, beautiful shot of her mum's eye and rose petals, which could actually be today's theme, couldn't it? Eyes. So maybe we'll see that again. Very touching, isn't it? To get very close on the eyes of someone you love. Oh, I didn't. Some replies there. Yeah, there's no more photographs. Nazanin with her wandering around London, I think. I think Nazanin is either stuck in London or choosing to be in London at the moment. Near Camden, maybe? Not sure. Getting some... She's very fond of graffiti, so getting some really cool pictures of graffiti there. 𝗪𝗢𝗧𝗢, I had a big exchange with 𝗪𝗢𝗧 actually. And feel free, if I'm talking about your photographs, anyone, to give me some, you know, comments or further information. And she said she didn't have anything in mind, so she went for a wander. I'm not sure if this is your sneaker, as they call them in America, trainers we say, sports shoes. And this reminded me, oh my God, I took a shot of a sneaker on top of an electricity box, but I didn't post it. I did post some others though. It's a tiny bit of blue there. Pink and blue do go well together. And she just wandered around and found a whole load of stuff. Green. I wouldn't say there's another contrasting colour there. This is amazing. And how creative. Pinky, peachy, yellowy. Was it food colouring or liquid dye or something? Going down into a bowl of water, a glass of water. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that extreme angle she's got there. If she'd taken it straight on, it wouldn't have been anything as dynamic as getting right onto the edge of it. Start thinking about what your favourites are, folks. If you see one that you think is absolutely stunning, please let me know. Please let us know. You know, it's really nice when other people see that other people are liking their photographs. So if one particularly strikes you, just throw it into the comments. But you have to say which one it is, you know, by whom and which one. And that'll be really nice for everybody. Okay, let's keep going. Those were some that I gave with. She got me on a pink theme, so I just threw all my funny pink ones at you. From Ronnie. Ronnie's from Australia, and I remember when I went to Australia when I was 9, I should have got it, shouldn't I? Shall I go and get it? I don't know. I probably wouldn't be able to find it, but I might. I'm going to try and find a stone. I first got into stones in Australia, and I'll be back. found it. So, this was the first sort of fancy stone I ever got. She reminded me of it, and it looks like this. It looks like a comma, kind of a backwards comma. And it's gorgeous, beautiful stone. Don't know what it is. Look, doesn't it look the same? It looks very similar. And this is my favourite stone of all. And the first time I ever saw it was in Australia. Eye of the tiger. It's a tiger's eye. Beautiful. I love the way it changes in the light. So there's that. Nazanin with more stuff from the street. I think you're a big fan of street art, Nazanin, that's for sure. Now look at this one. This is from Gloria. Welcome, Gloria. Thanks for playing along with us. It definitely follows the idea of two distinct colours. And although yellow and green are next to each other on the colour wheel, you wouldn't think so, would you? They're so seem so different. So it's perfectly valid as two colours. There's no other colours really in the shot. And you've got a massive contrast between a very straight, thick, yellow horizontal line and millions of little, thin, wavy green lines in the grass. So it's a beautiful contrast. And she says, the yellow curb catches my breath. And that's all that matters. This is a great photograph. If for no other reason, although I gave you some reasons, if for no other reason than she says the yellow curb catches my breath. For you to be impressed, even amazed by your own photographs is fantastic. It's perfectly valid. You shouldn't be embarrassed about it. In fact, that's what you should want, you know, because in the end, we spend so much time worrying and about, you know, whether it's any good or will other people like it. I had someone just today, I can't even remember who it was. I hope well, I don't know. They posted. It was someone in this group. It was a private thing to me. It wasn't in this group because it wasn't about this. They posted a stunning portrait that they had drawn. And in their comment to me, the first thing they said was, this is my latest portrait. I know it's a bit sugary, but, or something like that. You know, basically, the first thing they did was criticize their own portrait, which was stunning. It's natural. We do it all the time. We're so worried about other people. And we do it all the time, you know. But don't. Stop it. Stop it. If you love it, then it's a success. And any other people's opinions, well, people are welcome to their opinions, aren't they? And if they like it, well, that's fine. But, you know. And if they don't like it, that's also fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got, that was my little rant. I do like to have that rant every now and then. Food colouring is amazing. Fantastic, says Casey. Coucou tout le monde. Coucou! Comment vas-tu? Tu vas bien, Fatou? Amazing pictures as usual. Gorgeous tiger's eye. It's my favourite stone. Love your new glasses. Wow. My new glasses. Are you talking about these? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about these? They're red. It could be because I lost my others. I tend to do that. Anyway, that's enough about the green and yellow. Let's move ahead. More comments, please. More comments. Which you like? Which are your favourites so far? Yes, I'm talking to you. Comment. Make it interactive. Which are your favourites? In French, they call it un coup de cœur. Coup de cœur. It means something that grabs your heart. So if you see one that grabs your heart, put it in the comments. Don't hold it back. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it lovely when someone says, I've got a coup de cœur for this from Angela. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's ridiculously beautiful. There's red, green, blue and yellow. There's another one which has red, green, blue and yellow, and I'll show it to you at the end. So it doesn't fit the two colour theme, really. And yet, isn't it cool to have those four colours are often the primary colours that we think of, aren't they? Red, green, blue and yellow. It's absolutely gorgeous. She has this knack of making I'll get rid of that comment about my glasses. That's not the most important thing that we need to think about right now. Alice says the red ones. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. So, you know, two colours can be really strong, but that doesn't mean that that's the only thing. You know, you should always be going for two colours. You shouldn't. And she does know how to do two colours though, doesn't she? Minimalist. Would you put this on your wall? Some people would. This is beautiful as well. I like the fact that there's red at the top, well, it's reddy orange, and then there's green, and then there's another layer of orangey red at the bottom. She's got in really close, and the background is fuzzy. She maybe played with the colours, and it's just, yeah, it's a lovely, lovely shot. You know, can you just drown in colours? Do you know what I mean by that? It doesn't even have to, that's why we like abstract art. It doesn't even have to be something. Just colours themselves as the subject can be just breathtaking. As Gloria said, that the yellow curb takes her breath away. I'll blow one more of these up. Wonderful. Love the composition. Love the walk around and look for peeling paint, buildings that are about to be demolished. In France, sometimes you get this funny thing where they've demolished one building, but it was attached to another, and stuck to the building that is still there is the inside of all the rooms that were in the building that were attached to it. So you've got this kind of strange mosaic of squares, and you can see one was obviously a bedroom. It's got horrible bedroom wallpaper. The other was obviously a bathroom, and you know, this patchwork of the insides of the rooms that were stuck to the building that's still there. Really weird. Fantastic photographs. Photo opportunities. Look for decrepitness. Look for urban disintegration, and you'll get some great photographs. Chris, blue and yellow. Looking like minions. Yeah. It's like an army of little fellas, isn't it? Very cool. Crazy coloured chairs. Colours that pop. Chris is a fan of colours that pop. You got three colours there. You know, you can't get rid of colours, and if you think the photograph's worth taking, take it. So it's a study in red, blue and green, which is pretty impressive. Look at that line zooming into the photograph. It really leads us into the photograph, doesn't it? With that row of chairs, lovely repetition of the row of chairs. I don't know if you set them up like that, but it's a very striking photograph. Would expect nothing less from Chris. And some nice shots of local parks, green and red being the theme there. Very atmospheric blue and green one there. Wow, that is amazing. Whew. There are these long pauses because when I click the cross, sometimes it doesn't work. How are we doing for time? Half an hour. Okay, I'm going to storm ahead. Mary. Wonderful. Absolutely. You filled the frame. You've got a repetition. You've got a really strong subject. Got in nice and close. And you've got only green and red. Love it. I am tempted to make suggestions on how this could be, take it up a notch in terms of impressiveness. It wouldn't necessarily be respecting the two colours theme for this. So, you know, I'm not saying it could have been better for that, but I'm saying that, you know, forgetting the two colours theme, there are ways of making this just mind-blowingly even more interesting. I wonder if you can guess what it would be. One thing that I would do to make that even more impressive, but not respecting the two colour theme. Red and green and yellow, beautiful. So thanks for playing, Mary. Love it. Diane, purple and red. That's not. Is it? It might not originally be purple. It might be blue, but with a funny cast to it. Love that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Red and bluey purple. Did you paint this? Is it a wall? Ah. No, that's not what I want. Go away. Go away. This is what I want. This is abstract, isn't it? We don't know what it is. It's got a big band of red at the bottom and then little hints of, is it from a car? Could it be part of a car? I like it as an abstract composition. It's really nice. You get so close to things that you don't know what they are anymore, or you've got an idea. It's really interesting. More comments, please. More comments. What have we got? Okay, we've got Jean says, love the colours in the water photo. You're going to have to give me the names, folks. Otherwise, you know, I've moved on, unfortunately. Alice says, I agree with Jean. The colours in the water and the pictures of the eye with the flower. Okay, I hope you know what they're talking about, because my brain holds about 2 photographs in it and then it loses it. Love Angela's photo with the glass, says Jean. Fatu, do you always walk around the city ready to take photos? If you're talking to me, yes. I'm a pain to be with. Some people in this live might actually agree with that. Photographers are a pain to be with because this thing happens. You're wandering around. You've gone to take photographs. Occasionally you've invited a friend who isn't a photographer. Poor them. Because what happens is you start to get in the zone. Something takes over. It's like the magic, the muse, the universe takes over, and it's like a flip. It's like a switch is flipped and you start seeing photographs everywhere. And this is so obvious. When I've done a session in Paris and I come back, I'm on my way home, decided to put my camera away. That is the sign for your brain to say, oh yeah, but look at that. Okay, get the camera out, take it. That was the last one. Put the camera away. Walk another 5 meters. Oh yeah, but oh God, I've got to get that. Something happens and you move into seeing photographs everywhere mode. It's amazing. And it's an absolute pain for anyone you're with. Maybe that's why I don't have many friends. Love the chairs. That must be Chris's chairs, says Casey. Love the horse. That was Chris's horse from Fatu. And Chris's photo with the blue horse with the green. Jean loves that. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. All right, I'm going to chug through Alice's cute little box. Was it Beatrice said she loves the cute little house? Is it a bird's house? It's a bit too cute, isn't it? And a bit too... I don't think that's a birdhouse. I think it's probably just an ornament. You tell me. Don't forget I will be highlighting 6 winners. 6 that I've chosen that I think are particularly wonderful in terms of this theme. Alice was playing around with golf balls. Is that a tea? It doesn't look like a tea to me, but maybe it's a tea. I didn't think teas were like that. Back out to the garden, get by with a little help from my friends. Fantastic. I get by with a little help. All the colours there. Red, yellow, green and blue. And that is beautiful, isn't it? When you've got all of those colours together. Whenever you're ready. And Alice is playing around with one of those funny little applications. And in case you're wondering, in the masterclass, which is starting in about 9 days, we devote an entire unit to apps. Apps are amazing. You know, I'm a traditional photographer. I believe that the best photographs are taken before you click. Having said that, we've got an incredible tool in the smartphone. So I devote an entire unit to the best apps. The best apps for just playing around with photographs to make them look good, but not fancy effects, and fancy effects. So both of those are covered. And this is one of those crazy ones. There's two ways of doing this. You can make it look like it's disappearing into a hole, or you can make it look like you're sitting on a planet, and both of them are fun. Look at it's turned the golf ball into a mushroom. Alice in Wonderland stuff. Loretta is photographing paintings, close encounters with artwork and decor from Africa and Brazil. Lovely orange and green there. And love the colours. She said, love the colours in this simple painting. They are gorgeous colours. The photograph is fuzzy, by the way. I'm not sure if you realise that, but It's very, very fuzzy. I don't think the painting was originally like that, so, you know, something to watch out for. And there's probably very good reasons why it's fuzzy, and very clear ways to not make it fuzzy, which I'm not going to start saying, you know, everything is covered in the masterclass, but it is. You know, if you want to, blur is a creative tool, but the point is you should make your photographs sharp when you want them to be sharp, blurry when you want them to be blurry, and not vice versa. And also, of course, certain parts sharp of the photograph and certain parts blurry. This is definitely something that will take your photographs to the next level. Absolutely. And you know, you didn't used to be able to do that with point and shoot cameras. Point and shoot cameras, including the old smartphones, they had a setting which was to try and please everybody. In other words, make everything sharp if possible. Unfortunately, artistic photographs don't do that. You don't want that. And now with modern smartphones, you absolutely can choose what is sharp and what is blurry. Now, as I said before, Loretta, you're taking photographs of a picture, which is nice, but it's try next time, or even, you know, again, to go out, if you have this possibility, even in your room, to try and photograph two different things which you find of two different colours, but which aren't part of the same painting. Okay, so then it's you playing around. When you move, you'll see that the relationship between the two things and the two colours changes. So that's what I'm looking for. You know, it's great. It's great that you're taking photographs. Look at this one. You've got all of those four main colours. I do love it when the four are together: blue, yellow, green, and red. I do love that. But for your photography, next time, take photographs of things you find, as opposed to other people's paintings. Are these your paintings? They're gorgeous. All right, Laurel is proving that even though yellow and green are next to each other on the colour wheel, they are absolutely amazing contrasting colours, aren't they? I thought that was a real bird there. I think it's an ornament. You've filled the frame. You've got that little birdie's head up in the top right. Absolutely beautiful. And she's got this colour theme scheme in her head. And you know, it's funny. It's like when you're planning on buying a new car, you suddenly see that car everywhere. And when you've got a colour scheme in your head and you're wandering around, suddenly you'll start seeing it everywhere. And annoyingly, later on, you'll keep seeing it. Honestly, when you get into photography and you start doing exercises like this will change your worldview forever. You'll never see things the same again. Look at this, just yellow and green everywhere. I don't know how much she hunted for them, but it's just incredible. And yeah, oh my God. Laurel from Australia has this knack of finding weird bugs. She presents a new bug that she finds in her garden every week, and it's slightly worrying sometimes. But you know, Australia has a plague of mice at the moment. God, I saw this video on BBC, and the title of it said everything. It was something along the lines of "The Earth Just Moved." Oh my God! Literally, it was just like carpets of mice. Because what happened was, with all the disasters they've had, the fires, I don't know if it was drought, but the floods, basically that wasn't good, you know. But what it did was killed a lot of the prey, the predators of the mice. So bam, the mice exploded. I think a lot of people would be happy if all the mice did explode. And we're on to Maria Antonietta is still in her garden with some, you know, perfect, isn't it? I mean, it's just green and red, nothing else, with different types. She's got a bit of red in the top right as a kind of a frame, bit of red in the bottom and the bottom. Then she's got the green, and then she's got a little bit of different type of red, different shape of red in the middle. Beautiful. That was me showing you that I can do it too. I found that outside the Moulin Rouge in Paris. They decided to put these huge red things with these green plants, and I think that's a pretty good example of this theme. This is from Casey. I did click on it. Yeah, there we go. Bam! She says, I tried to get creative. Can I see that? I tried to get creative here, and brighten this picture up a bit. So you played with the colours a bit, probably saturated them a little bit. I had someone drive down the road yell out, "Make sure you get a good picture." I said, "I'm trying." Stunning, stunning colours. Blue and yellow, so wonderful together. The green is nice and complementary too. I would, if I was giving in-depth feedback on this, I would say that when I see something like this, I think two things. The first, can you guess what I'm going to say? People who have done the masterclass might know what I'm going to say here. I think well, there's a lot of things you can say. I'm going to say two things. The first is, angles are amazing. I love angles. It really changes the photograph. It's not what you expect to see. Having said that, it's a subtle technique. There are some things. It's like horizons. When you're taking a picture of the horizon, like the sea, for example, if it's absolutely, we expect horizons to be horizontal, perfectly horizontal from where we're looking. You know, we don't normally look at them like this. So the brain says it's either perfectly horizontal, the brain is okay with that. If it's an angle which is clearly been done on purpose, you know, there's no way someone didn't realize that, you know, it wasn't perfectly straight. So a real angle, the brain says, okay, this person is trying to be artistic, let's assess it on that. But then there's this hazy bit about when it's just slightly off, it's not enough of an angle to be artistic, and we say, oh, they're trying to be artistic, but it's not horizontal, where the brain says, yes, that's correct, horizons are horizontal. And the brain says, nice photograph, but shame they couldn't hold the camera straight, you know. So the brain is doing a lot of stuff when it sees angles, and here I'm thinking it's a little, I would have done it slightly less angular for some reason. I don't know, there's something about when it's almost 45-degree angle, there's something about it that does something to me. I'd throw in you know, horizons at 45 degrees, it's a little bit too much for me. And it's totally personal what I'm saying right now. So I would have put it a little less angular. What would have happened if you'd made it a little less angular is the second point that I'm going to make. When you've got such a stunning subject, I don't like it to be chopped by the edge of the frame. It's chopped on the right there. Why did you chop it? Is the question I would say. Is there a reason for chopping off a tiny bit of the top of the blue bit? Maybe there is, I don't know. I didn't take the photograph. But personally, I normally wouldn't chop it. I would also try and surround, it looks like you've kind of done this, Casey. I would surround that blue bit, if possible, by the leaves of the trees, but have it surrounded by blue. It's such a stunning thing. I would try to highlight it by not having it chopped and not having other things touching it, like the leaves. So there you go. Just a couple of points that I would that come to my mind. Okay, she says, I was hoping I could brighten the green of the trees. Don't worry about that, because it's supposed to be two colours, red and blue. Yeah, great. If you like it, then it's great, you know. Oh, is that a wacky angle there? Is that the horizon? Wow, amazing. Yeah, I like it, you know. And, you know, whether I like it or not is completely irrelevant if you like it. Leanne, who hasn't signed up. Leanne, if you're watching, sign up. You're supposed to be signed up to do this. It's nice, you know. She saw it in the group. She entered puppies are everywhere in France at the moment. It's ridiculous. We're invaded by puppies, better than mice. And we're getting some lovely poppy shots. Casey, again, playing a game with us. Thank you, Casey, for doing this, because games are fun. Turns out, the question was, what is it? And the clue was, it was found in my daughter's bedroom. I think she's 3. And the answer was part of her shorts. Thank you for that. Do we have any more comments? Yes, we do. Probably from people that I've just insulted. Okay, Chris says, I think it helps if you open each picture, otherwise you don't see the detail. Yeah, well, I can't open them all, otherwise it would take forever. So I'm opening a handful of selected ones. I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Yes, Rob says, yes, couple of buddies and I walked around a lake in Minneapolis, half-hour walk. 3 of us with cameras walked around the lake in 3 hours capturing images. We were a nuisance. Yeah, the worst is if you're a photographer, you're in zombie photograph, street photography mode or countryside photography mode, and you're with someone who just wanted a walk. Very, very irritating. Love you blue and green horses, says Alice to Chris. I see a hidden heart in your Get By With Your Friends pic, Alice. Aha. Posted in the Hidden Hearts group from Chris. Love your tiny planets, Alice. And love Laurel's shot with the yellow and green leaves. Yeah, it's very striking, isn't it? Jean says, love Maria's shot with the red cherry tomatoes and green spinach. Makes me hungry. I know what I'm going to do when I finish. Casey, okay, I know exactly what you mean. And it wouldn't be cut off the top of blue. That was by accident. Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter. Teresa, playing around. Don't forget, in a few minutes, I'm going to say the 6 winners from today. Now, Teresa said that she was chained to her virtual work bar and she improvised. Well, you improvised incredibly well. Now, let me just say another thing about wacky angles. This is another wacky angle. It's about 45 degrees. So does that mean I don't like it? Or that's not the right expression, don't like it. Does that mean I have a comment to make on it? Well, not really, because to be honest, I can't really see what it is. Yeah, okay, it's a bottle and stuff, but it's so clear that you have absolutely paid attention to fitting it in the frame perfectly. You see, it's the distance between the bottom of the blue thing and the left, the bottom of the red thing and the bottom, the top there, the left, the right there. It's so perfectly fitted in to the thing that, I see that the effort that you've made. So I think, cool. Doesn't really matter what it is, because it's framed so perfectly. I can imagine how carefully you tried to do. You've got a reflection on the bar of the blue and the red by the looks of it, which is really beautiful as well. And the background's fuzzy, gorgeous. Fetchu's saying Teresa, orange and blue. Gorgeous colour combination. And that is the first colour combination I asked my parents to paint my bedroom when I was a kid, before the green and purple. So now you know. This is lovely. I love that. Love the yellow and the blue. It's so striking. Getting near the end now, folks. I'll try and keep it to an hour. It's amazing, isn't it? This is just amazing. I love it. Red and blue. And I thought at first it was a flower or something. And it turns out it's a bit of metal by the looks of it. And she's overlaid some drops as a special effect. And she gives us the original. Compare that to this. So this is, I mean, I would have played with this, I must admit, because this is great. Love the composition, the colours. There's a bit of green there as well, which is nice. Those 3 colours go beautifully together. But she's played with it, and to be honest, it is much more striking in her played with version. I'm not necessarily a fan of special effects, but we can do so many amazing things these days. Well, why not? Let's play, let's have fun. I love the red, the way the red has come out, the blue, metallic, there's a metallic feel to it, gorgeous. And some pots, metal flower in our courtyard. Casey, this is a lovely detail, isn't it? Flower, it looks like feathers on some sort of paint slightly peeling. Absolutely beautiful. This is the sort of thing you could put on your wall as an abstract piece of art. Playing again with these. I'm going to go faster now, folks. Love this one from Ruth. This is very, very nice, because she's got the yellow, she's got the blue, and of course we know that blue and yellow makes green, folks. And it is green in the bottle. The yellow through the blue is green. And look, oh my God, I've just seen this. I didn't know what it was. I've just seen it this second. It's her hands, spooky hands. But shouldn't they be holding a camera? Where's the camera gone? That is so weird. I don't know what's going on. That's amazing. Love that, Ruth. And we're nearly at the end, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, because I did this one. I was just waiting for my son, and next on the wall of his school was this thing. And because I wasn't in photo taking mode, but I was in thinking about photograph mode. Bam, look what happened. Yellow and red together. You see, you put your brain into this mode and it will supply you with all the material you need for amazing photographs. I love it. So funny. It's so funny as well when something which isn't natural, it's obviously not a plant, is it? And yet it made me think of a plant coming from the ground, this big sort of thing, although it's square. When this is what photography is all about, playing with our imagination. So I saw it as a sort of a flower. Some people will think we're nuts. How wonderful. A lot of people won't. A lot of people will love it. Put that on your wall. No, don't put mine on your wall. Well, you could. Put one of yours on your wall. And this is the last one. So here we go. Then it's the top 6. This is from Kathy. And I love this. It's a good example of the 4 main colours together. Green, blue, yellow and red with practically nothing else. The blue is the background, the green is the leaves, and the red and yellow are the flowers. It's wonderful. It's beautifully balanced, and can't fault it. Perfect. Okay, that is, I hope you enjoyed that. That was the, that was your photographs. Amazing. Keep going, keep going. I know that a lot of you have already done amazing stuff with the day 3 theme, which is eyes. Keep going, keep going. Let's try and get another 200 plus comments for day 3. Day 3, and you're more than halfway there. How easy could that be? I really want you to finish this. 5 photographs in 5 days. I want you to finish this. Please finish this. And you'll feel good when you do. And now I'm going to show you the winners that I chose today. And these are 6 photographs which I think perfectly illustrate the theme for today, which was 2 contrasting colours which are not next to each other on the colour spectrum. Where are they? Okay, here we go. All right, so I started with this. There's a repetition of the blue and red. She's got nice and close. This is Jackie. She's got nice and close to the tractor, and I think it's a lovely example of the red and the green, the red and the blue. Now, as I said, I could have chosen many photographs, but basically I'm choosing different people, so each person has their moment of glory. And also, you know, there's no right or wrong here. Some people are very experienced photographers here. Other people, they've picked up their camera to do something specific for the first time. So I honour everyone who makes an effort. My definition of success is you tried. You tried to take a photograph artistically, you've succeeded. Thanks for that, Jackie. Here's this one from 𝗪𝗔𝗧𝗎 for the reasons I said earlier. The repetition of the green and the red, the round red, and then in the background, the green and the red flower, which is smaller and round and red. It's great. The colours are almost exactly identical as well. I mean, the 2 reds and the 2 greens. This one from Gloria. Gloria, I chose this because for one thing, it is a perfect example of 2 colours dominating. There's contrast in the smooth yellow straightness and the fuzzy green. And also because you said it takes your breath away. How much better could you want than one of your photographs taking your breath away? It's a simple thing. It's a curb with grass. Beautiful. Blow it up, put it on the fridge. This one. Yes, it's the tomato, the peppers with the green. Again, it's another beautiful example of getting in close. There's only 2 colours. It's lovely. It's art from an everyday thing. And I don't know if you realise what I was going to say, but this is an ideal subject for taking one of those red ones away and putting a yellow one in or a green one. That'd be really cool. Okay, let's just get a few more comments before I do the last ones. I'm seeing, I've got a lot of comments here. Oh boy. All right, zooming through these. Love 𝗪𝗎, orange and blue. Soak in the glory, folks. Coup de cœur for the yellow and the blue from 𝗪𝗎. Green leaves that look light and You see the veins. Yes, isn't it lovely to see veins? Too many to choose from, says Facebook user. Yeah. Ruth, hi Ruth. Teresa's first red and blue is one of my faves. Yes, absolutely beautiful. Love your photos, Teresa, getting a lot of love. I saw my hand when I posted the picture. You know what, Ruth? That often happens. I notice something when I look at the photographs later, which takes the photograph up another level. I'll give you one example. I was taking a photograph on a train through the window, and there are chimneys that smoke on the way to Paris. Maybe it's steam, I don't know, but impressive big tall chimneys with big plumes of smoke coming out. I got it, you know, interesting photograph, etc. Got home, looked at the photograph. In the window that I was looking out with the big chimneys smoking was the reflection of a sign inside the train saying no smoking. It was a red circle with a red line through it and a cigarette which was lit with smoke fumes coming up from it. That was in the reflection next to the chimney smoking. This is, you know, you see that and you think, hallelujah, you know, wow, thank you God, or whatever. And they're not planned. This often happens. Take a lot of photographs, be out there all the time, and this will happen more and more often. My hand is holding the phone. Yeah, but where did the phone go? That's what I want to know. Thanks, Sab. Having great fun. Thank you, Fatou. Lovely to meet you. I didn't know you before this. Congratulations, Gloria. And thank you for your kind words. You've inspired me for another day. Who are you, Facebook user? Could you tell me? Because unfortunately, if you don't give your name to StreamYard, you go streamyard.com/Facebook, and if you go here, streamyard.com/Facebook, you just say yes. You can show my name and I'll see who you are. streamyard.com/Facebook. Okay, Ruth, in my hands. Yeah, I know your phone is in your hands, but it's not reflected in the bottle. That's a weird thing. Talking of which, here it is. So where is it? Where is the phone? You know, where's the phone? If your hand is cupping, anyway, it's a cool photograph. Love it. Love that photograph. And the fact that, you know, you didn't cheat. You chose a yellow and a blue thing, and there's the green. And finally, no, hang on. What am I doing? That's Gloria. Gloria is Facebook user. Okay, great. Yeah, keep going, keep going. And I'm finishing with this one. I was going to finish with the bottle, but finishing with this one from Teresa. Such an amazing photograph. Gorgeous. Previous masterclass student. Just saying. That's it, folks. And we're at an hour. Amazing. Are we? Yeah, we're at 1 hour. So, thank you so much for watching. We've got 16 people watching. It's absolutely wonderful. I really appreciate it. You are the stars. You are doing amazingly well. Can you make it to Friday? Maybe you've already done the eye one. Do the eye one. It could be your eye. We're seeing amazing photographs. There are no rules. Just get eyes into the photographs. 2 more days to go after that. 2 more completely new subjects. I hope you agree that I'm quite satisfied and with the themes, the way they're turning out, because you are posting so many amazing photographs. I think I've chosen the themes reasonably well. They're supposed to be varied each day, interesting, but not too hard, not too obscure. This is supposed to be a really easy challenge to get you really crazily excited about your photography. You know, again, my one rule is if you think it's a great photograph, then it is. That's my one rule. Then we can look at, you know, ways of making them even more amazing, cool techniques and stuff. But the main thing is that you're having fun taking photographs. So thank you again. And I'm gonna honor you with those 6 photographs in a new post. Thank you for playing. Ruth says, I thought I should write that I suddenly saw my hand in the picture, but was wondering if someone else saw it. I did see it, but I don't know if the others saw it. Jean says, thank you very much. Make sure you're collecting your points in the website. That's part of the fun. You'll get surprises from time to time. You get the ka-ching or whatever the sound is. make sure you go into the website, and that's the way I know that you're taking part as well, apart from seeing your photographs. Please play the game in the website as well. And you'll get a special code at the end if you do all 5 days. If you're interested in the masterclass, a special code which gives you another discount, making it even less than the early bird price. So yeah, if you do want to check out the website for the masterclass, go here, infinitecreativitynow.com/5 days, infinitecreativitynow.com/5 days. But don't sign up until you get to the last day, and I'll give you the mega special discount. Okay, folks, that is it. It's been another amazing hour. I really appreciate you being here. Same thing tomorrow, maybe? We'll see. Keep going. You're doing amazing. Have lovely mornings, evenings, and nights, and lunches, and whatever else. Bye.